It is me, Xena Pappas, or Xena Fighter Queenling here, and today I'm going to talk about, well, this one thing that I truly believe truly needs to be talked about. So, I'm going to get down, brightness down a bit. Anyway, guess that's good where we're heading it. So anyway, this is what I want to talk about. So, yes, we know we're in Crawford's Wales, England, Wanted Kingdom. Let's see, Strike at the Stronghold, or, yeah. And some folks are wondering how, folks are wondering, um, so I'm just going to say this one little thing out here. Folks still will bring up to this day about how about my show, which ran from between 95 while to 2001 while, never got any films, and why new makes have never ever saw the light of day. Oh, it still irks me to this day. And I can only tell you what I've read on the interweb back in the day. So here's the guess as to why that never happened. One, first, they had a hang up. First, they had a hang up over how much it was going to worth them to make the show. Then they couldn't make up their mind where they wanted to film the show at. Then one of the showrunners and head writers of the show yielded. And keep in mind, this showrunner and head writer was once the one that worked for the Lost Show, if anyone knows that show. He left. Then one of the show players, Katrina Law, which was chosen to play me to take over for Vanessa Angel and Lucille Lawless. Sadly, she stepped down because she felt she couldn't do the self the same way as someone else did the self. And then there was a whole bunch of other things that happened. And then the folks in Comcast and NBC World just told Samuel Rainey and Robert Tapper that it was a no-go, and that the new make was dead, which was sad. Who knows how it would have played out. The only thing I can tell you is that in the old show where they played on us being straight or being unstraight, and you had to make up your mind, the new make would have said, "Oh, we're unstraight," so you wouldn't even had to have made up on that. And I know if my show would have had a new make or whatever you want to call it, there would always been two sides of the followership: those who liked the old one, those who liked the new one. And what would the streaming or broadcasting rights or deals go to? Who would get the rights to it? Some folks think CW would have gotten the rights to it because back in the day when they were WB, they had all kinds of shows on like that. You know? And other folks, I don't know where would have gone. Would Netflix have gotten the rights to it? Would have been a Hulu thing? I don't know. It's hard to say. But sadly, it never ever, but sadly, it never saw the light of day. And it still irks me to this day why that never happened. Where you could get other shows that could get a new make and nothing bad stops them from doing it. And I know there's going to be some folks saying, "Oh well, there isn't." There's going to be some folks saying, "Well, wasn't your show wasn't the only show that could have been picked up to get new stuff?" Oh yeah, yes, there were many other shows. There was Hercules. There was me. There was Xena. And there was me. There was Hercules and me. There was Buffy and Angel. There was Queen of Swords. There was Sinbad and Robin Hood. There was Conan. There was the Beastmaster. A whole bunch of shows. Hell, there was even Jack of all trades, if you can think of that show. And Supernatural and Grimm. and Dynasty. A whole bunch of shows that were offshooted in that same kind of way. But at the end of the day, none of by the end of the day, it never got there, and it still irks me to this day when folks like to bring it up or talk about it. But there's nothing I can do about it, you know. And I think some folks would have been. I think that there might be some folks in the followership somewhere who are probably happy that the new make never saw the light of day, you know. But then it would have been cool. But no. Sadly, it just never happened. And speaking of that, I guess my stuff isn't as well liked as I would think it is. Because it's never getting made, it's never getting made fun of in the way that everybody else's shit is getting made fun of. And that's probably a good thing.
Sorry, you probably ain't going out today, right?
No, I'll be here.
Alright.
Alright, bye. It's alright. So, anyway, so Xena said, will my show ever come back? Oh, I'm gonna say, will someone ever get the rights to do anything with it? That's hard to say. I'm gonna say no, because someone would have gotten the rights. I know someone's gonna say, well, Hallmark or whatever always offshooted all these shows. Yeah. The only downside is that Hallmark would have to have gotten the rights to work with it. And and sadly, I don't think, and sadly, Hallmark always got the right to do all these cool films and everything, but I don't think I'm ever going to get, my show like that. I don't think it's ever going to come back. But I guess at the end of the day, it's cool. I mean, it would have been cool to see my show get a new make. Who would have known how the opening would have been like? How would they offshoot a show from? And there was a whole bunch of other shows that they could have offshooted things from. When my show was going on, Hercules' show had started sometime before my show started, and then Buffy started and Angel started, and then somewhere between that, you had Sinbad and you had Conan, and then you had Robin Hood again, and then you had the Beastmaster, and then it wasn't like years later you had Queen of Swords, and then you had yeah, and then you also started having shows like Supernatural and Grimm and Dynasty, and then can I go through many other shows that somehow offshooted that whole thing? Yeah, but at the end of the day, my show never ever gotten a new make. It would have happened, but there's a whole bunch of things happened. It just didn't made it where it didn't work. Things just didn't work out. Like I said, from what I've read, it was just a big hang up over where to shoot it, how much it would be worth to run it. Having a showrunner and one of the showrunners and head writer leave. Having one of the show players say they didn't feel right playing someone who'd been played by someone else for so many years. But then again, it is what it is. So I just want to say, it's just something that I just have to deal with. I just got to get over it. My show's just never ever going to be nude in any way. Oh, it's going to be talked about. There's always going to be dolls made. There's always going to be folks, going to, doing clothing playing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's never going to get any new film games. Never going to get any films or anything like that. So, that's just my guess. My take on why my show, which was supposed to have gotten a new make back in 25th between YL, pushed to 26th between YL and Y, never happened. And it's sad. It truly is. Well, if you like that film, then follow me over here at Xena Pappas, or Xena Fighter Queenling. Watch the last film I made over here. I'm Xena Pampas or Xena Fighter Queenling, and I'll see you later. Bye.